Thank you for joining us for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight, the Monday Morning Pulse Report for seafood purchasers. Some fast facts to start this week. Russian pink salmon out of Kamchatka fisheries are abundant, but I'm hearing that the texture is very soft. So soft, in fact, that it cannot even be used to produce blocks. So although Russian pinks are selling at prices much lower than Alaskan pinks, they are proving difficult to sell, and you should be very careful on what value-added pink salmon products you purchase. In the news this week, prices have been set for B-season Pacific cod out of the Gulf of Alaska at 40 cents a pound. That's 8% higher, or a 3-cent increase over A-season prices. B-season opened on September 1st, and depending on catch rates, is scheduled to last until December 31st. As of September 3rd, 4% of the quota had been landed. Also in the Gulf of Alaska, the shore-frozen sea-season Pollock fishery opened on August 25th. Boats have stopped fishing cod because Pollock has schooled and his fishing is very good. The Pollock quota is up 5% over last year, but in comparison to B-season, which took place during the summer, catch is expected to be down 10%. The latest quote we received from our suppliers on raw material for sea-season Pollock was $17.50 per metric ton CNF China. This is about $200 lower than last season's prices, and I'm hearing that from suppliers that they feel it is undervalued. In fact, the price has likely bottomed out. Moving forward, some suppliers may be pulling Pollock off the market in anticipation of higher prices. Also in the news, the Yukon River fall Chum and Coho Salmon season had its first opening on September 5th for a 9-hour period. The fishery is expected to be very strong for Chum. Preseason estimates are for 230,000 fish, and Coho landings are projected at 69,000 fish. Most of the Chum and Coho landed in the fall Yukon River fishery are destined for headed and gutted markets in Japan. A smaller proportion will be filleted and flash frozen for sale into the US and Europe. And finally, Loligo Squid prices out of China have been rising since January 1st. If you were to plot daily squid prices over the last 8 months, on a graph you'd see a fairly steady line creeping upwards. Current prices on frozen tubes and tentacles, size 5 to 8 inches, are $2.45 a pound, up 4 cents over August prices. Meanwhile, 3 to 5s have been holding steady at about $1.95 since July. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Reierson. Buy smart and eat more seafood.